I'm sorry, but don't wanna talk.
Be able to see Lunox being banned out, Kimi as well as Kufra, not to forget Kaya as well.
I think the danger heroes of Team Geek Fam are actually Grok and Hayabusa. So I think
Your
this
team
something the
is
PSG
banning.
RRQ need to think about, especially on that Hayabusa. People saying that
Your
this
team
hero
is banning.
it's not worth to ban like in any phase, but the fact that Geek Fam just pick Hayabusa every game for Phoenix, yes, for Phoenix.
Your team
it's
is
something
banning.
that they rely on. However, it's a ban on Kasha.
So it is pretty normal as it is for now. So we do have the Lunox and Kaya being banned out. Cho being one of the other one. Kimi has to be banned out by RRQ at this moment of time, because if they don't do that, then the Geek Fam will be able to snag Kimi all for themselves.
PSG RRQ. I'm not sure if they're just gonna stick to their playstyle since yesterday, which is like everything is playing around that Lemon. He's just like a sun in the universe
Your team
systems,
is
and everyone
picking.
just surround him.
That's right.
Yeah, and wherever he goes, there will be a lot of like 3 or 4 PSG RRQ player ready to back him up all the time. So it's quite easy to predict that
team is
PSG
picking.
RRQ will always grouping up as 5 and keep fight in a big game with no split pushing.
Kufra.
Yeah, so
Your team
I
is
think this one
picking.
is something we need to consider about. And the first 2 pick from RRQ, it seems like they let RRQ play Kimi and Kufra. This is one of the most strongest heroes in the patch right now.
Exactly. Here's the thing. As you have said, Geek Fam, they excel with Grok. So understandably, they only have one pick. They can choose Grok or they can choose Kimi. And I would say that Grok is probably the most comfort pick, which is the reason why they went for the Grok instead
team
and had no
is
choice
picking.
but to give over Kufra as well as Kimi. But the question lies if whether it is going to be, you know, a mistake to give Kimi over or not. So they have to find
Not
a
only
way.
Kimi, it's Kufra too. You gotta deal with the bouncing ball and all the Tyrant's Rage, especially when you did the great Tyrant's Rage of that Kufra and then follow up with the machine gun Kimi.
Your team is
I don't want to
banning.
think about. Now we got Thermos.
In fact,
This is getting hard for Team Geek Fam.
In fact, there is, well, Leomord, there is also Harif. Once Vin actually be able to land his bouncing ball on top of Harif or Leomord, then, well, let's just say that Harif is going to be completely useless
Your
when
team
he
is
lays down the
banning.
Summon Force. Being unable to use Chrono Dashes throughout the entire duration of
Your
Summon
team
Force,
is
that
picking.
is going to bring down your DPS, it's going to bring down your survivability as well, and you will be knocked up at the same time. So Harif has to play very carefully with the absence of Kufra, as Kufra can actually go for Tyrant's Revenge right on top of
Hayabusa.
you when you
Your
didn't even
team
realize
is
the most.
picking.
I mean, the timing of using the Summon Force is actually the key. I think he cannot just anyhow drop Summon Force in open the team fight. No, he might have to wait until that Kufra already uses bouncing balls first and then just drop it, because if you drop Summon Force and then Kufra somehow just get in that force and then the bouncing balls, that's no use
Your team
for
is
your
picking.
teammate to charge in the other side of the ball. Can you imagine?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a really good point there. Now, right here, we do have to cover the rest of the bans as well as the rest of the picks here. Minotaur as well as Claude has been banned, understandably, with a further pickup of Carrie as well as Angela coming in from Geek Fam. So the thing is, Angela can be picked up because Esmeralda has been banned, and it would be extremely good for Angela to further support Leomord. So I've seen this before, coming in from Geek Fam. Rather, I've seen these compositions before, and you know, let's just say that it is a pretty good, it is a pretty good composition. But the thing is, Leomord has to farm all the way until 8 minutes plus minus.
Yes, indeed. Let me adjust something.
And to finish it off and top it off, Hayabusa and Arkai is going to be the final pick coming in from PSG RRQ.
Alright, the first game of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited. You know, I can't even sleep last night. You know, imagine about the game that's gonna happen today. This is the first match, and the second match is even more excited. It's Evo's It Evils versus Signal
Welcome
Ultra, which
to
is
Mobile
like, man,
Legends.
it's gonna be a bloodbath definitely. But
Exactly.
first, let's take a
5
look at this
seconds
one.
till the
We'll do
enemy
some quick
reaches the
intro first
battlefield.
before we go
Smash
into the
them.
game for Team Geek fam.
All
On the
troops
blue
deployed.
side, Phoenix on Carry and Jab, Ripple on Leomon, Son on Grok, and Dominus on Harry.
And in the meantime, from Team PSG RRQ side, we do have Lemonade playing as Hayabusa, Vin on to Kufra. I am Jacob, that's playing as Kimi, Liam rocking the Hurricane with Akai, and Tuturu, the god of the hell,
Oh
on
no,
Damu.
taking a lot of damage for not doing good right there. Kufra might be the go down to the first blood, and that's it.
I have absolutely no idea what exactly happened there. But
Yeah,
in the end, Vin
but it
went
was a
down.
mistake. It was an easy mistake from the PSG RRQ. Normally, they are the kind of team that good in early game, but so I kind of surprised with that mistake coming out. However, Sama seems to dominate this lane with spamming the Molten size over there.
Besides, definitely would do him a great job. The thing is, I was expecting Zamu to be playing at the off lane, the side lane, together with Leomon. Or
Seems like lane doesn't matter anymore. This team on diving everywhere. Now Farmer is happier as the bottom lane, almost killed though. Here comes another Molten side, and Karina needs to go in.
could this be
Henry.
the 0-2 after all? In the meantime, we do have a nice wall going to be dropped down by Brock, but in the meantime, Harry will be able to get a drop down kill right onto Zamu. So now both sides are going to get themselves back and have a hasty retreat. 2-2 at this point of time with not much goal advantage. PSG Lemon is just going to put himself at home in the center lane and farm as much as possible. The two members that have to farm is going to be Zamus as well as Kimi.
Look at that. Look at the money. They are only
Turtle
around
resurrecting
like 25
soon.
gold different. Let's take a look in the middle here. Ready to spin. Watch out the barrier from that cross. If you get locked down by the barrier, it's pretty much it. Even though Akai is there, spinning around for Zon. Normally in the MPL season 3, the one that plays Grok is actually JEPV, who is becoming a daddy soon. But when it comes to this tournament, they actually switch hero to play, and they let Zon playing Grok instead, while JEPV playing the support role.
Right here, it does seem like Geek has been found out as they were in the brush in front of Turtle. Now, the question is, will they be able to contest the Turtle as Hayabusa is slowly joining in the forces? Or would it be a, little more continue farming kind of thing?
Yeah,
Or, anything could
especially in
happen.
the even goal situation like this, the Turtle is very, very important. Son is trying to harass him. They won't let Team PSG RRQ farming freely. But he's alone there, so it might be a mistake by the Son. Waiting for his teammate. Harris comes in with the Salmon Cross for the first time in this one. Barrier has been dropped out, but nobody dies yet. Even Leomons call his Barbiel.
It was a really good team fight coming in from Geek, even though both sides did not suffer a single loss. But all it matters is to actually push PSG RRQ away from the Turtle. At this moment of time, we are going to see Heron go down. How exactly is Geek going to stay alive for this?
Alright, then they keep on chasing though. They want one more. Molten Side has been released by the farmers, but now, one lead down by the Angel, and now nice knockup though. And they get rid of the tanker of Team Geek.
I want to say that it's going to be a good trade-off for a Turtle against two guys. In the meantime, we do have PSG RRQ currently 2-4, and they do have an advantage of a 1,500 gold after taking down the first inhibitor tower at the top lane. So it is extremely good and a good early game coming from PSG RRQ. They have to follow up and keep where they are.
Yeah, look at that, the items update. What do you think about the items so far? Now PSG RRQ getting slowly taking the lead in this game, while Son, I kind of like how Son played though. He's roaming around and trying to harass him. PSG RRQ stop them from free farming, but what I worry about him is he's kind of under level. He's still level 5, and now might get caught by a 3 heroes. On the S again with Kimi, not that far away, shooting from long range.
And here we have the maximum charge coming in from Kimi. So all three of them is just going to congregate together right here in the middle. Nice barrier coming in from Doc to actually just push them away and not to fight in the center turret. In the meantime, Leon will have to put himself back, and so will Tuturu, putting Kimi all the way in the middle lane all alone.
Yeah, but all this time, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I wanna keep. I want to remind you guys that Carrie is free farming at bottom lane all the time. Now she's level 8. I think she's about to online.
Here we have Brock taking in quite some damage coming in from Iron Jago. Dominus have to find the perfect timing to go down for the Zaman Force. In the meantime, at the bottom lane, Finn and
Turtle resurrecting soon.
defense tower and only left with Fix at the defensive side.
Carrie, and now he's trying to do the spinning light wheel, force them away from the tower. They better be careful, but what I worry about team Geek Fam is they only have one opener, which is Grok, and yeah, you can open the fight with the Salmon Force, but it's not an ideal way to do it. And now Grok keep on being attacked by Team PSG RRQ. It's just like PSG RRQ knows that without Grok, Team Geek Fam cannot do much in team fight, and yeah, what they do is just trying to shut down Grok all the time and dive in right there.
And here we have Futuro against Big. We do have Finn coming joining in as well as Angela goes straight in, and we will be able to provide him quite some heal as well as the shield. But Zaman Force right down from Dominus, and just like that, Carrie will be able to get that kill onto Kufra. In the meantime, middle lane Repo under siege.
Man, and now Leomont is trying to get something out of that after they just lost in the bottom lane. But if you take a look at network right now, they are not that far ahead from each other, only around like 3,000 gold. PSG now trying to do some buffer there for Team Geek Fam. PSG RRQ killing a lot of pressures on Team Geek Fam, and now they are ready to go for more, taking down the bottom tier 2 turrets.
So we have nice items that is being popped up from PSG RRQ side with 2 Athena shields onto the Archive as well as Koopa, but hold that thought, it does seem like we might be experiencing a fight at the middle lane.
Yeah, middle lane, they're just spinning around and setting up the barrier. Oh man, I want to see the fight right here. Barrier spinning around right here, power of nature, even Archive doing Hurricane Dance, trying to give assist to his teammate, but that's no much damage from that Archive ultimate though. So nobody dies, but however PSG RRQ is still moving forward and try to get more turrets.
Good items coming up as we can see, 2 Athena shields and 1 Blade of Despair on top of Kimi. So not to forget, Blade of Hepatitis of coming
Turtle
in
resurrecting
from
soon.
the Hayabusa as well. So all the damage coming out from PSG RRQ would definitely mean a lot at this moment of time. They are taking the 3rd turtle. I don't think that Geek Fam will be able to stop this.
Yeah, and now let's take a look. Let's see how they're gonna drop the Salmon Force. The barrier is already out and setting up the barrier. That was a nice play by Geek Fam, but will there be enough damage to take down all the players from Team PSG RRQ? Nice using the clutch out to dodge all the spell from Team Geek Fam, and it was Team Hayabusa who's just creeping everyone around. Slain now Angela. Disaster for Team Geek Fam.
PSG RRQ wins the fight hands down. Even though they did lose Kimi, but it does not entirely matter because right now they will be able to get a turtle. They already have a really good goal lead. They have an extremely good lead where no matter what, 5,000 goal lead plus minus. They get the turtle, they get the river crab. They're just going to slowly snowball from this point on, except that right now they need to focus on the
turret. Now the barrier once again, they might want to go for more farmers setting in the molten side and trying to scare them away. But I want to point out one thing about the previous team fight, and the way that Hayabusa uses Quad Shadow to dodge all the spells. Now, Power Nation dealing a little bit of damage.
More barriers coming in from Zorn to really just shield himself away from the opponents, or maybe just lock themselves in for a 1 versus 5 situation. But that is really hard to accomplish coming in from Grok. In the meantime, Grok and Archive seems to be having a bout here in the middle lane, and I don't know about this, but Hayabusa may be coming in for his shadow kill anytime soon. With the Blade of Hepatitis, damage is uncountable.
It's kind of funny when people saying that Hayabusa is already a one-shot hero in the latest beta game. People always talking about it. Oh wow, let's take a look at this one first. And in the molten side, nice using barrier to block, and also Leomont called the Barbiel trying to trample, run over the enemy, but it was he himself who died first, melted down by Hayabusa.
Looks like the damage coming in from Leonamon is just not enough, even though he does have a little bit of sustainability coming in from Angela. The damage coming in, not good. Even though he has Barbil, he has the slow coming in from Angela. Nothing could be done at all in the end as he tried to switch targets from target to target.
Look at that Hayabusa, man. The Fort Shadow and also Triple Strike inside with so much damage. Archive setting in the Molten Side. The Molten Side is another spell in
Lord, resurrecting
this
soon.
game that is kind of annoying. Look at that.
Exactly. Quadrant Inferno coming in from Thamus will definitely give him more sustainability. So it's not just 2 tanks that they have to deal with. They have to deal with 2 tanks and a warrior.
And he's just gonna come out. Kufra turning himself into a bouncing ball and trying to chase on that rock, and now being aimed by all of them. It seems like the tankers of Team Geek fam are playing so hard, playing that hard out on this. And now they all fall down. Killing spree for Hayabusa. They can't even fight the ninja in team fight, and it's not even done yet. Simon Force already dropped, but it's not too powerful.
The insane cutting coming in from Geek Fam is just coming to a start. Dominus, he has been surviving in the heart of the enemies due to the fact that he does have Zaman Force. His chrono dashing has proved him to be a dancer that gives him a lot of shields. He was alive, he will be fine, and right now, maybe about time, he goes in for the Synchro Fusion, might be able to defend himself against the rest of PSG RRQ as they have to fall back about now.
Look at that Kimmy, he's flying here and there, shooting everyone like a goddamn vegetable. You can't do anything to him. He was well protected by everyone of Team PSG RRQ. Even Harit trying to drop the Sam and Force, but just like you mentioned during the draft that it would be hard to play Harit against the Kufra.
Here's the thing, the game is coming to a close real soon. They have to close things for PSG RRQ, they have to close this out, they have to get the Lord safely. If not, if they do not do anything from this point of time, if they do not get the last inhibitor tower for the mid lane or even the top lane, that will be the time where Geek Fam will be able to reclaim this game. Because at a certain point of time, the goal lead will not matter anymore. So they have PSG RRQ needs to make use of this current goal lead to push in all the way into the game and end it fast.
Yeah, when it comes to late game, they still can rely on that Kimmy and Hayabusa, but don't underestimate the power of carry, man. I have seen so many games with carry come back, and it might be again. Geek Fam still got chance, but let's take a look at this team fight first. With the power nature, can just bring these 2 guys at the push out, but Son is doing what he likes, being a bait. He's a master baiter.
Spinning light wheel will then slow the minion creeps in the middle lane just to make sure they have more time to react and kill the creeps before the turret goes down. And this PSG RRQ, they have the tri-lane pushed down. They are going for the trifecta, and this could be the time.
Alright, Iratai Masay, everyone come on in. Welcome to my base. And now PSG RRQ is gonna jump across the barrier, going inside, but it was a little bit too deep, was shut down by the Simon Force. They all need to take that turret first to stop them from attacking them. They took too much from the turrets, and that's why they retreated and tried to take the mid turret too. 2 turret falls out. What's gonna happen next, Abstract?
Of course, the trifecta is just too difficult to defend. They will be able to defend against the Lord at the top lane, but only after all 3 inhibitor towers goes down. So now, it is close to impossible for Geek Fam to turn the games around, and I just do not know how they will want to play this out. They can farm, they can continue to go on, but the goal lead individually is just way too high, and right now they have to go them one by one.
Got chance. You think?
Kinda hard.
Ooh, charging, shoot from long range.
Maximum charge will land, but right now they have to defend, but they have to fight as well.
Yeah.
How are they exactly going to do 3-man job?
Oh, look at the damage that Kimmy deals. Even though it's not that much per strike, but it was so fast. Look at that, turn himself into a bouncing ball, aiming on a tanker once again. Sword drag all the party of Team PSG RRQ back to his teammates. His teammates ready to do that. Drop the cross, and the Sam and Force already out. Watch Shadow trying to get out, and now through the wall they get inside of the defense base. The killing spree, Kimmy shooting free from long range. Here comes the Watch Shadow.
Double kill.
Double kill.
It's just going to continue on as we do as Thamus goes in with the corner and Inferno, getting himself the sustainability after getting the kill right on the carry. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen, the first game of this best of 3 series of RRQ against Geek Fam, with RRQ getting the first point down.
Oh my goodness, what a crazy game we had. Even though it was a loss